How has your relationship with your customer, how has that changed? Are you meeting everybody face to face, or do you have half the meetings now is just on Teams, on Zoom instead? How has that changed your day to day?
Yeah, so I think it's definitely a hybrid, and I think that the hybrid model is without a doubt here to stay. That's not going away anytime soon. So one thing that we found is, and we don't have the exact science on this yet, but I think what's going to end up happening is not that every customer is not important, but your really high priority customers where you've got 5, 6, 7, 8 designs in there, just by default, you're going to have to go see them. You're going to have to be in the building to understand the projects, make sure everything's going smoothly. And then maybe your smaller customers who you're selling 1 or 2 things to, which is also okay. A Teams meeting would probably be justified.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, obviously, the one great thing about, well, nothing's great about COVID, but one great takeaway from COVID is just Teams calls in general. Again, yeah. I said this earlier in the meeting, but today I have a customer in South Carolina, I'm in North Carolina, and we were on a call with someone in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And just the ability to be able to accomplish those kind of things in real time instead of, that's a huge advantage. And I hope salespeople naturally want to be on the road, and they naturally want to be in front of people. And I think that's awesome. And honestly, it's the most effective way to get things done.
Yeah.
But with Teams and Zoom and the access to people at all times of the day, that's something that you should not take advantage of. You should be taking advantage of that from this day forward, and don't lose sight of that. And that's one thing I worry about. Now what's going to happen is, everyone it's a vicious circle. So at first everyone was uncomfortable about doing Teams calls, and then everyone wanted to do Teams calls. And then there was Teams call fatigue. And now we're going to see Teams calls aren't effective. Yeah. It's like, it's all BS, right? It's just, you adapt a little bit. You know what I mean? Teams calls are highly
It's like effective. The fashion, right? It'll come back.
That's right. The 70s jeans are in right now. My wife's got the bell bottom.
I can't do it. I can't.
It looks like, straight out of the 70s, like she's been listening to Jefferson Airplane or something all day.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Mind Innovation Special Edition about modern marketing for manufacturing companies and manufacturing reps. New episodes are dropping bi-weekly, so make sure you're following wherever you get your podcasts. You can find me on LinkedIn, search for Sannah Vinding. You can also find me on YouTube, search for Mind Innovation, or go to my website, sannahvinding.com, or check out mindinnovation.com. Stay curious and keep learning.